What about an NP school that does pass or fail instead of graded exams? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Daily Sean. For those of you who haven't been here before, my name is Sean. I do a daily video on something related to nursing. No rhyme or reason. Probably not going to change. What about an NP school that does a pass-fail instead of a graded exam? This one was kind of confusing. So this was asked by a fellow tribe member. I quite honestly have never heard of this before. Apparently, don't know how accurate this is. There are NP programs out there that are structured in such a way that exams are not the result of an exam. You don't get a grade, you don't get a percentage. You simply either pass or fail. I don't know how to feel about this. In the, reflex reaction is, are you nuts? But let's think about it for a minute. How do we, at the end of your schooling, you take this small little exam. For nurses, it's called the NCLEX. And for nurse practitioners, it's a variety of certification exams depending on your specialty area of choice. For me, it was acute care nurse practitioner certification exam. And in both cases, the certification exam for NPs and the NCLEX, did anybody get a grade? Did anybody get a percentage on whether they got an A, a B, a C? Anybody out there got a percentage? No. No. We all either passed or failed. You met the minimum standard that was predetermined prior to you taking the exam. And I'm wondering if maybe they're extrapolating that idea into the entire educational program system. I don't know how I feel about that. Because, I get it, I do. It's kind of like the certification exam that you take at the end of the road. And it determines whether or not you get to practice in whatever area you choose. This is a very interesting question. I don't really have an answer. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of down the middle of the road on this one. I completely get the idea behind it. But I also wonder if it would establish, and I hate to say this, but I wonder if it would establish a lower threshold of education. What's going to be the pass or fail percentage? Is it always going to be, a C? Or should it be like a B? Or do you pass with an 80%? Do you pass with an 85%? And what's the evidence that backs up the rationale behind whatever percentage that you have chosen? Now, so the argument would be, like, what are we gaining from, knowing the percentage of our exams? You take an exam in whatever course you're taking. So let's just pick anatomy and physiology. You're taking AP, whether in nursing school or in NP school. In NP school, it's advanced AP. What are you gaining by knowing that you got a 92% instead of a 99%? What are you gaining by knowing that you got a 92% versus an 85%? Now, I haven't been in school in a hot minute or two, but an 85% is the same thing as a 92%. It's just, B plus, B minus. It's still a B. Same, A. Is it A minus, A plus? What's the advantage? What are we gaining from labeling a pass-fail? Yeah, I'm coming up blank on this one, gang. I would love to hear what you got to say about this one. Anybody have any experience with this at all? I know there are colleges out there that are non-healthcare related. I know there are systems out there that have this in place, that are just a pass-fail rate. I have no working knowledge of, does it lessen the stress levels of the student? Is it actually the reverse, because you don't have the good stress, meaning that I for one feel that the stress that you encounter in school is almost a requirement so that you develop the coping mechanisms to be able to deal with that hard stress when you're out there in the real world. So if you're just studying to pass or fail, so you're always studying to get the 80% or 85%, this is a tough one. Are you creating an entire generation of underachievers? I don't know about you, but I would like the A. I would love the 100%. And I always have strived for that. Will I always get it? Absolutely not. But you always want to go above it. Yeah, this is an interesting question. Yeah, this is a little bit of a moral dilemma, to tell you the truth. This don't have a whole lot to do with NPs and nurses, although once again you could theorize that it's producing a bunch of mediocre NPs. Sorry if that offends somebody, but it's the truth. What do you say about this one? This is an interesting one today. I don't know. What do you got? What are y'all thinking about this one? I would love to hear your thoughts. I love your comments. I want to know if anybody has any experience with this and what happened. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it something that we should dive into a little bit more? I would love to hear what you got to say. Drop a comment down below. You know your comment, Thermocaffeine. And while you're down there, I don't know, maybe give it a thumbs up, and before you take off, how about if you click that subscribe button? And as always, check your own pulse first.